Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know that I've been away, you guys. I always do this. I make 2 videos and then dip out and then come back and then dip out again and don't post for a long time. But with all this craziness going on, that's the last thing I thought about. But I hope everyone's doing well and I hope everyone is staying safe. I have literally been at home since March 17th. I think I've been out of work. So I got furloughed from both of my jobs. The 17th from one job and then the 20th from another one. So yeah, I've just been at home really not doing much and trying to not go crazy. I've still been trying to go on runs every now and then and exercise indoors and, you know, pretty much do my thing, try to stay healthy. Been cooking and whatnot. And I'll do a little update video in the next video that I do because I turned 30, you guys. My birthday was last week and it was definitely eye-opening to be able to say that I'm 30 years old now. But, you know, I hear people say all the time that it's like the best years of their life, so I'm okay with that. Anyways, I want to get on here and talk about a little bit about what I spoke about in my last few videos, I think, you know, regarding the relationship with my dad. I am going to make a separate video talking and really going into detail about how mine and my dad's relationship has been chaotic over maybe the past 10 years. It's definitely been chaotic. It's been, you know, eye-opening. It's been humbling. It's been a lot of different things, you guys. And I have not had the best relationship with my dad. You know, very strict Mexican macho kind of personality. That's how he was raised. And so it's not his fault. It's not anyone's fault. You know, it's just how he was raised. Cultures are different. And in Mexican culture, that seems to be pretty big. So understand that's how I grew up, you know, with him. So, but what that video really inspired me to want to talk about is forgiveness and how I think a lot of the time in our transitions and through our journeys, we have to be very forgiving a lot of the time because the world's not a nice place. Society is not very forgiving. And so I think a lot of the time it's important for us to be able to be the ones who can take the high road and forgive people. And what I mean when I say that is, you know, if I stop and I really look back at situations in my life that have caused me a lot of distress and have caused me pain and hurt and my feelings have been torn apart, a lot of the time it's been because I don't sit and forgive people. And what I mean when I say that is, you know, constantly being misgendered by people, you know, having family members slip up and say your old name, having people say ignorant shit sometimes because they don't know any better. You know, and I'm not saying that you have to forgive everybody because some people say some stupid shit in attempt to make you feel bad. And I'm not talking about that. I don't think you should let anybody disrespect you who's purposely trying to disrespect you with that intention. For me, intention is very, very important. And I think if someone's not trying to hurt your feelings or disrespect you or, you know, some people just don't know. Not everyone, you know, has been around trans people. And especially a lot of the time on social media and in general, you know, trans people are portrayed very, very badly. And sometimes that's the only perception people have of a trans person. And so, you know, if someone who's only watched Jerry Springer watches that and thinks, oh, that's what trans women are, they're ignorant. You know, it's just what it is. And so I think a lot of the time it's really, really important for us to not take those things personal because I think a lot of people don't mean it in a bad way. And a lot of the time their ignorance has nothing to do with us. It's not our fault that they're ignorant. So I think it's important to educate people gracefully. It's important to not see it as an attack. But the reason I guess I was bringing up my dad in the beginning is because I've come to a point in my life where me and my dad have had a lot of time wasted in our relationship. I feel like if I would have come forward and told my dad the things that hurt my feelings, the things that he said that were hurtful, that were disrespectful to me, times when I felt like he was ashamed or embarrassed of me, I think we would have been able to salvage a lot of the years that we lost. And I don't think it's necessarily my job to do that. I think it takes two people to salvage a relationship. It takes two people to do the work. And I'm aware that he is my dad and I'm his child, and so it's his duty to do so. But parents are human too, and sometimes they don't know how to navigate people who are transitioning. And it's very, very hard on top of that, because it takes an emotional toll on someone to kind of mourn their child that they've known for so many years, that they've, raised and loved and nurtured, and that's their kid. And so when this kid says, this is who I really am, and the world perceives them completely differently, I think a lot of the time we leave our loved ones in the dark, and we expect them to kind of transition with us, but they're not the ones going through they're not the ones going through the mental changes, the physical changes with us. I mean, they're next to us, sure, they're seeing the process, but they have their feelings too, and I think in transition, you have to be selfish. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but you do need to be somewhat selfish, because you need to look out for yourself. A lot of the time, no one's going to look out for us. We have family and friends that are supportive, but at the end of the day, we are the ones who have to protect our transition, our identity, the thing that we've, created for ourselves. And so you do have to be selfish, but it's also very important to be self-aware in the feelings of your friends and your family while you're going through this, because it's really hard for someone to just up and change and, get the pronouns, the names right, to not say something stupid. Some people just don't understand. And so I think if I look back at my transition, I wish I would have saved myself the heartache by being more forgiving, because someone used to say something stupid to me and I used to tear them apart, and I would get angry, and I would stay angry, and I would think to myself, God, why am I giving these people the fucking satisfaction of getting upset? Why am I letting them ruin my day? Why am I letting them poison my happiness? And it's just, I think when I say that you have to be forgiving, that's kind of what I mean. You have to, in your head, say, okay, this person said something stupid. They said something ignorant with the intention or without the intention of hurting me. You know what? That's their problem. That's none of my business. That has nothing to do with me. And move on, you guys. Move on. It's just, it's nice to fight back and to defend yourself and to do all of those things, of course. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, but pick and choose your battles. Some people are worth the fight and some people are not. And so I think it's definitely important to preserve your happiness and your energy. Be happy, be around the people who love you, be around the people who really embrace you, be around the people who make you feel good about yourself. But when that one person says something that's a little bit ignorant, a little bit stupid, educate them gracefully, say, hey, this is why I don't like this. Can you please refrain from doing so? If that doesn't work and you need to take other measures, that's fine. But a lot of people ask me advice on YouTube and Instagram of I'm having this issue and I'm having this issue with a family member or a friend, and I'm getting ready to disown them and whatnot. And I just, maybe I don't have the popular opinion, but I just think that, it's very important to be forgiving. And it's hard, you guys, because it takes a level of maturity. It takes a level of self-awareness to be able to be forgiving. But I think definitely, and it's somewhat selfish, because you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for the other person. Do it for yourself. If you want to forgive someone, do it with your best interest in mind. Because at the end of the day, you can be super pissed at somebody, super upset, feel super disrespected, and they probably don't even give a fuck. So mentally, forgive them and let them go. If that's what you got to do, if they keep disrespecting you, they keep doing it and doing it and doing it, forgive them and let them go. But I hope you actually attempt to fix the situation before you get ready to kind of disown someone or get them out of your life, because I did that a lot in my transition, you guys, and I lost some really good people because I was very, very defensive, and I just was not forgiving, you know, and it's hard, you know, transition's hard. I mean, even within our own community, there's so many misconceptions. And, you know, when it comes to like non-binary people, I don't really understand non-binary. I don't get it. It's not that I don't get it. I just have never been around many non-binary people. So I don't know. So I would hate to say something stupid and be torn the fuck apart for it, you know? So I just always kind of use that as an example. You know, some people just don't know. So anyways, just wanted to get that off my chest, you guys. I think it's an important thing to know. I will be making another video talking about the relationship with my dad and also a little update of what's going on in my life. I just moved to a new apartment, and so been doing that, been getting my place together. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.